Welcome to Live, Let Thrive, a podcast about the Airbnb life, the share economy, and everything in between. Here are your hosts, Myka and...
All right, what up, y'all? We are back. Well, I'm back for a quick update. I know everybody's going through it. We got the whole coronavirus thing going on, the COVID-19. We're still in the situation. I guess Trump came out and said it's going to be extended till April 30th. So things are looking down. But I really made this video for the people who are Airbnb hosts, short-term rental hosts. This is really for anybody who owns a small business. I'm about to show y'all how to apply for the SBA Small Business Loan and Grant. I'm actually piggybacking off of a friend off of another video. He pretty much, I'll leave the guy's name in the comments in his video. He pretty much gave you all the forms to fill out. I'm going to show you the forms he's actually referring to, and I'm going to show you the ones I filled out. Now, I will tell you now, the process is really easy if you're organized. If you're disorganized, it's going to be hell filling these out. I'm a very organized person, and I have a really good CPA. He handles everything for me. He just sends me everything, and mine was pretty much copy and paste. If you're not like that, it's going to be a little difficult process. Also, it's only a certain amount of people that's going to get approved for it, because I think the package was like 10 billion, and I think it's like 10,000 per small business. So it's like only 1 million that can get it, I believe. I think that's the numbers that I'm hearing. But yeah, anyways, but just know that it's a small group of people that will be getting this SBA stimulus package for the SBA loan for the COVID-19. So might want to be quick and hop on this. So pretty much here's I'm going to share my screen and show you all the forms I filled out. And by the way, for the people listening on the podcast, I will try to repeat everything I'm reading, but I will tell you to go to the YouTube version because it'll be easier to follow along with what I'm showing you. So, share. So the first thing you want to do is come over here to sba.gov/disaster/apply-for-disaster-loan/index.html. That is going to get you to the place that's going to take you to this screen, and that is going to get you to the Economic Injury Disaster Loan Assistance page. That is the page you need to be on to apply for the loan, to get the SBA Small Business Loan for the coronavirus disaster. All right, so you're going to scroll down, and you can download. They have instructions, but these are the forms I filled out. I filled out the business loan application, the economic injury disaster loan supporting information, the personal financial statement, the request for transcript of tax return, and I filled out the schedule of liabilities, and I also filled out the additional filing requirements. And I'm going to pull up each one of those. So this is the disaster business loan application. You're going to, for the ones, Airbnb hosts in particular, but I'm going to target it for Airbnb hosts. You should know, if you're not a short-term rental host or Airbnb host, you should probably know which one you should select. So what I'm telling people to do is use this economic injury one. Select that. For the people who aren't filing or have their money coming into an LLC or S Corp, I think you're supposed to fill out the home or sole proprietor loan application. Holler at your CPA. Well, my CPA had me fill out this one, the business loan, because I don't have any of my short-term rental stuff coming to my personal name. So fill out your trade name. All of it's pretty explanatory. Just know what to fill out. Know to check this box, the economic injury. You can do physical damage or real property, but I think that's more containing to like tornadoes, things like that. For what I'm doing is the economic injury. This is what I've been told my CPA to do. And then fill out all of this and know how much you've lost. What I've been telling people as far as reporting what's lost, report every single cancellation. So I think on March 13th is when Airbnb dropped the ball saying, hey, we dropped the hammer on everybody saying, hey, we're canceling everybody. So every single cancellation that came across your screen, go to your inbox, see what was canceled. Now, the bad thing is on the Airbnb site, it's going to show zero. It's not technically zero. What you do is, if you know how much you were charging, use like a base amount, like, hey, you were charging this much if it was a weekend, this much the weekday. Calculate all that and put that as your business loss. And on top of that, what you can also do is go back to what you made last year you can technically do from January to April. Some people are doing January to May, January to June. Some people doing January to the end of the year because they don't know how long this thing's going to go on, right? So you go from January to April. If your projections if what you've made so far from, let's say, from January to April 1st, if what you made last year is way more than what you made this year, you can squeeze that in as an estimated loss, because it's an estimated loss. Like, hey, if COVID-19 hadn't hit, I would have made this much money. So just a, word for you. So if at this point, you made $80,000 last year, and right now you're at 30, then you have a $50,000 loss. You can report that as a loss. That's what I did with mine. And then one other thing, I did not put my social security number anywhere on this application. I put my EIN everywhere. Even under my legal name, I put my EIN. You can put your social security number. I wanted to be 100% sure this is 100% targeted towards my business. So I put my EIN here. And I also put my EIN up here as well. So I made sure this was 100% towards my business, because in my personal situation, I'm looking to buy properties right now. I'm buying stuff that's on the MLS, so I had to get a pre-approval letter and all that. So I was very skeptical about putting my personal information on there. And after I finished this one, I filled this one out. Well, it's just 2 pages. It's just information about your business, the owners, business entity. It's all self-explanatory. Now, this stuff is where your organization skills have to come in. You have to know how much you made last year. So gross revenues for last year. Was the business in operation? Mine was yes. If it wasn't, I don't know how they're going to treat your application. I don't know if it's any different. The cost of goods for the last 12 months. Your rental properties, lost rents. This is where all your lost rents go. Oh, let me come back. My bad. I'm jumping around. Let me come back over here. For all your properties. So where's it at? Damaged property addresses. It says right here, if you need more space, attach additional sheets. Take all your sheets, all your business properties where you do arbitrages. If you own it, arbitrage, check both these boxes. Business properties owned and leased. If you're doing both, if you do arbitrage and you own some, mark both of them. If you're just leasing, of course, only mark lease, but the application will only allow you to put in one address. So create a spreadsheet, an Excel spreadsheet with all your properties and the address of all the properties that you arbitrage or you own, whatever. Just put them in a separate spreadsheet and upload that with this document. And actually, let me bring this screen over. Let me go to and I'm just going to do a quick show you of what I uploaded, just the names of I have an additional properties down spreadsheet that's here. This is the spreadsheet that I updated with all the properties that I lease out. And I just have them here. Hey, these are all the additional properties that were down. And then I have the explanation of, hey, these were properties that were shut down due to COVID-19, and I was unable to make revenue off of these properties. So yeah, sorry about jumping back to that. But yeah, that was one important thing. Make sure you tell them every single property that you're taking a loss on. And so yeah, this was pretty self-explanatory. Just pretty much report all your revenues from last year. The rental properties, the lost rents due to the disaster. Put that right here. Compensation from other resources received as a result of the disaster. I don't think I had anything there. And then sign and date. That is the economic injury disaster loan supporting information document. Then this is your personal financial document. I think I did put my social on this one. No, I didn't actually. No, because I put my business name here. Yeah, business name. So I put my business name here. Put the date it, name, business phone, residence address, all that good stuff, and then put all your business financials in here. That's what I said. And this is one of those things where I'm saying, if you are not organized, it's going to be a pain to pull all this stuff. If you've already filed your 2019 taxes, it should be pretty easy. If you filed your 2019 and 2018 taxes, it should be pretty easy to go through this and fill it out. You're pretty much just copying and pasting. Put all your real estate that you own right here. If you don't own anything, skip over it. It's going to ask you about stocks and bonds. Pretty much trying to see your financial life. I was kind of a little skeptical about this one because I don't know if they're going to look at the cash on hand and say, oh, you have this much, you don't qualify. But I was like, well, forget it. I'll just see. Hopefully I qualify. I don't know. It'll be a learning experience either way. So, but yeah, that's what I was kind of skeptical about, but it is what it is. But yeah, this is pretty much putting your unpaid tax, liabilities, personal property. This is pretty much all the property you own, how much cash you have on hand, all that on the personal financial statement. And then the next sheet was pretty much a 4506T. It's pretty much requesting a transcript of your tax return. That's all it is. So I just put my name on here, my name, my wife's name, address, and then this part's already filled out for you. Who's the transcript to be sent to, and the year, and these are the years they're going to request: 2017 and 2018. They can't request 2019 if you just type it in that you want them to request 2019 if you've already filed your taxes. What I'm hearing, if you've already filed your 2019 taxes, it is a little bit easier to go ahead and get approved because they want to know what you made last year. So, and then you have your schedule of liabilities. This is pretty simple. This is your name of creditor, like who owns the mortgage to your house. This is all about mortgage notes. The only thing I had was mortgages, so I just put all my mortgage information in here. And then this is all self-explanatory. It's easy. Then you have your additional filing requirement. This is pretty much all the monthly sales figures from the last 3 years of business that you had. I'd use 2017, 18, and 19. So put up all your sales figures. This is what I was saying earlier in the video. If you have a sales figure of, hey, you made $80,000 from January 1st to April 1st of last year, and you're at $30,000 this year, you can report that as a $50,000 loss. Like, hey, I would have made this if this wouldn't have happened. And this is where they can kind of see it on paper. And then you have your net sales receipts. You put a time period in. I think I used March 13th from when Airbnb decided to shut everybody down. I used March 13th, and I went all the way until the end of the year. So I used the projections. So I pretty much got all my expenses from the past years, added them up, and estimated what they would be this year. And that's what I used for here. And then I reported a loss here. So, hey, this is how much I lost. I'm going to be losing this year due to this. So everything is fairly simple. Now, I'm going to tell you this is what I've heard. Heard this on another channel. The only one of these documents that is required is this one. Required is this one. The rest of them are to just put yourself at the front of the line just in case they come back and ask for additional documents. So if they come back and ask for these 5 documents, if they come back and ask for them, you already have them on hand, you're good to go. You know, they ain't going to come back to you. Your whole goal is to stay in the front of the line. As he was saying, stay in the front of the line. Don't have them come back to you asking for documents. You got to go fish them out, re-upload them, have the documents already uploaded. So these are all the documents I uploaded. The additional requirements, 1, 2, additional properties down, explanation, all the additional properties. So I'll show you what one of these looks like. The other ones have personal information. So these are all the properties that I got affected by. So I listed them. And then you have your business loan application, economic injury loan, disaster supporting information, and then the grant request. This was the request that I heard from another channel. They said to include this with it. Say, hey, let me see what it was saying. It said, hey, please provide me the emergency economic injury grant in advance of the loan being approved, because that gets you the grant, the $10,000 grant. So it's a free $10,000, as they say. So pretty much fill out all of these, upload them, and you're going to upload them on the exact same page as the very first address I told you to go to. Scroll down and just upload your documents. And you just drag and drop them. I just dropped them all at one time. Get it in there. You can mail them, but come on now. We're in 2020. Don't need to be mailing documents. Just upload them. I mean, it's the fastest way to get it to them. But yeah, the more organized you are, the faster it's going to be for you. Easier it's going to be. But yeah, hit us up in the comments if you have any questions. I'm going to link the channel of where I got this information from. And I pretty much gave you everything that my CPA had me fill out. So yeah, check it out. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Remember, subscribe. Tune into on Live Let Thrive. We'll be live on Wednesday with my guy Alvin, and we'll be talking some more COVID-19. So definitely check that out. Yeah, but thank you for tuning in. Just a quick one of my quick updates. So yeah, thanks for tuning in and hit us up. Peace.
Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of Live, Let, Thrive. Be sure to tune in next week for all the latest in the world of Airbnb and all that entails. Bye-bye.